On a Sunday, rarely, so there's so much rubber down from 4 races so far today. This is race number 5. The 250,000 fans that have turned up this weekend, a lot of them stuck around.
They said that in practice, tyre wear was an effect, so let's see what happens. Ready for the start of the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup here at the Saxon Ring Race 2. And the lights go out. Who gets a good start? Capuchin is into third,
and he's got Thompson for company in 4th position there.
Unfortunately, I think it may have been Alejandro Fernandez as well. I saw the pink helmet. Anyway, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get the information soon. But it is Brian Iriarte who...
The other riders down there. That was Capuchin and Pratama, wasn't it?
That's right. Veda, there was really not room for that Veda to go up the inside of Capuchin, but he tried it. They got away with it. Anyway, it still is Brian Iriarte that leads. Capuchin looking for a win.
Singapong there in 7th place too.
And Veda Pratama does not want to hang in there. Capuchin goes up the inside. Veda Pratama tries to go past both of them. Can't quite do it, but he does pick up 2nd place. Brian Iriarte hangs on to the lead to go down the hill, but it's Veda Pratama.
Hit the back of, looked like Agostinelli there, and taking the hapless Joel Pons.
We didn't, you know, the situation has been cleared. That's good to know. Right,
so the climb up, we have Pratama in the lead then from Iriarte and Capuchin. David Gonzalez behind them as well.
Yeah, they would never Veda just, but no, Brian Iriarte hangs on to the lead. And in fact, Veda loses 3rd place.
This is a completely different kind of race than we saw yesterday. Riders so much closer. The fastest rider on track last time around was Ramaddeepa, yesterday's 2nd.
Sign him! And up the hill, that's a very hard place to pass, but he does it. Veda Pratama takes the lead with a superb tight line to climb the hill.
That is extreme confidence right there from Pratama, isn't it? Bearing in mind, I mean, like many of these riders, he's never seen this place before, but he's riding it like he's ridden around here a million times. That was supreme. Series leader, he's up into 9th position. Guillaume Plonk, yesterday's podium finisher, down in 10th place. Daniel in 11th.
And Ramaddeepa there has gone inside Brian Iriarte to take 4th place, I think. But it's still Veda Pratama that leads, but only just from Gonzalez.
Maybe the pressure's taken off in some kind of weird way, although Brian Iriarte is much closer in the championship to him now as we look ahead from Dinesh to Iriarte. Maybe Dinesh is feeling a bit more in the groove and a bit more up for the fight now.
Oh my goodness, it is. Brian Iriarte in 3rd. Down the hill they go. Absolutely superb stuff. It's 164 kilometres an hour, 102 miles an hour. They get up to 194 kilometres an hour before they scrub off speed into the left-hander here.
Capuchin doesn't want to give an inch, but he's forced to. He cuts back up the inside. They go off the track, over onto the black stuff, in towards the final corner. Iriarte has to give away and move back down into 3rd place.
Yeah, he went from 1st to 3rd just on the...
I'm sure of it. It is. It's the series leader down, and that could be, well and truly, game on for the championship.
Absolutely. We were talking about it being, you know, a 2-horse race for the champion. For the
2nd time, he didn't catch it.
And was it Carter Thompson he or being clipped actually?
I think so.
No, whoever it was, they got away with it anyway.
We're on board with Dinesh now. He goes there and it's Fernandez.
Right, of course, he didn't come, he was pit lane start yesterday, but that was a penalty. He started from 15th, his qualifying position today, but still 15th to 5th kind of thing. Right, so it is Iriarte on the...
Look a lot better here today as we see Morelli now moved up into 3rd.
Yeah. I mean, Morelli's a guy who you always think could win any weekend, but it just doesn't come together for him. Maybe this is his day.
Morelli's becoming a bit of an enigma, isn't he?
It's Brian Iriarte that leads. Capuchin in 2nd base. Marco Morelli in 3rd. Is it Gonzalez up the inside? He has to back out of it, but Capuchin takes the lead.
And you were absolutely right in terms of confidence, Peter. Ramaddeepa, who of course got that.
Capuchin now has a bit of a break. He is ahead of the 32 of Kienda Ramaddeepa. Yesterday's winner. Then it is the 11 with the yellow helmet of Gonzalez in 3rd place. Bennett Fernandez was up to 5th. But look at that, 3 abreast and up the inside. Just talking about it was Bennett Fernandez, but of course it really isn't an overtaking opportunity into the left-hander. Climbing the hill now, go across the top, sweeping through there all the way in 4th. So it is Ramaddeepa. Yesterday, it's the 2nd place man in now in the lead.
And look at the size of this group then, Peter, then. As they cross the line, how many will we have in this leading group now? It will be...
But in a way, you know, he was almost the moral winner, I felt, of the race yesterday. He did so much leading, didn't he?
Yeah, we've got a technical problem about Ramersdorf for pulling out of the race. He pulled off at turn 1, unfortunately, banging his machine. He's fallen down the order, so something not right there.
Yeah, technical difficulties with the KTMs. They are so...
his chain's come
Chain's broken. Chain's broken.
Ah, dearie me. Got it, didn't he?
So, the 32 of Ramadipa has the advantage. But there's the yellow helmet of Gonzalez up the inside.
Can't push in, can't push in.
On the white helmet, Carpuchin takes second place.
Can't push in, pushing him out the way.
Superb ride into second place yesterday. He slots in behind Carpuchin. Carpuchin has bounced back with the confidence that he has, taking pole position, erasing the disappointment from yesterday.
Geographical terms, you can say.
Well, a great mix of nationalities there at the front of the field, isn't it? Kyrgyzstan leads.
From Indonesia, Spain, Argentina, Italy.
Superb job yesterday in the wet. He got up to 5th place. I wonder if he can do the same thing today.
Christian Daniel Jr. in 11th spot at the moment. Tinez just behind him in 12th. Those two biding their time a bit as we look towards the front of the race still.
Like you did at Mugello, you can get away. You know, at the moment there's no real sign of it. It's a huge group. We're all the way the top 15 down to Ewan Van Kruyten are in the battle for the lead. But it is possible to break. Yeah, and I saw Carpuchin get precious close to the green at the bottom of the track on that lap. He may or may not have touched it. Marco Morelli in second place leads the pack, back in contact with Carpuchin. They go down the hill, they've overtaken him, come out of the slipstream. Then
up the climb they come, across the start-finish line again. 9 laps to go this time around. Pratama getting bullied all over the place, Peter. He was 13th crossing the line that time around, but just jumped up into 11th place as we look in towards turn 1 again.
Set, I think, lap 3 or 4, and this is a 19-lap race. So I wonder if someone like Uriarte just doesn't want to try the big breakaway because he knows he's going to need tyres left at the end.
I'm around pretty well.
They fan out across the track. Who's late on the brakes? Uriarte is really good into the left-hander at the bottom of the hill. That's where he passed Ramadipa to win yesterday. And he's absolutely superb, and of course it's so crucial. But he's
17 riders worth. The only riders not in it are Monignane and Danish at the moment. Then, so it's in a massive leading group compared to the sort of lap times they were putting in qualifying and things. Though,
okay, there you're talking of Carpuchin, the pole man. There he is heading the pack, and Brian Uriarte in second place. And you know, it may well be that we've just got to pause, calm our nerves a little bit and wait to see how it unfolds at the end of the race. Oh, down the... But, well, who's in front? I can't tell you who's in front. Right,
Not
it
really.
is still number 7, Fernandez.
Goodness me, just there was a variety of lines there, wasn't there? I mean, this is the case that we're seeing now, Peter, is riders not wanting to lead potentially. I mean, it's getting very messy now. It's as if a lot of us... Why then? They don't want to be the one that's getting dive-bombed into turn 1. So we are seeing more silly sort of antics in the penultimate corners.
There's another, you know, a thinker we haven't talked too much about. I think it's back in 11th place is the 54 of Veda Pratama, and I can just imagine he is the sort of guy who's sitting there in the middle of the pack.
Could have been Singapore actually. He's down into 7th place now. I think it was Mike Hugh, unfortunately.
Right, so down the drop they go off the waterfall, and it is Marco.
Him all weekend long so far, but he might well be feeling a bit happier after this. Morelli still leads down in towards turn 1, but goodness me, how many riders abreast do you want to beat? Ramadipa goes into 2nd place then.
And Brian Uriarte came up the inside.
Will they get away?
No, he isn't. I think Brian Uriarte has seen that turn. He knows it. He was around to watch Marco Morelli be so superb at Assen, and that's why I think he moved up into 5th place and is now up into 4th place. He doesn't want to see Uriarte be late on the brakes here, close up on that leading trio. So he comes out of the corner. The leading trio still have the advantage. Marco Morelli over, but it's not green there, so that doesn't matter. Marco Morelli has the advantage. Ktm Tergila-Gila, the man who finished second, who did all the
chasers. We're looking at Zen Mitani, the Japanese rider, just behind us, inspired by Kevin Schwantz. That's why he runs the number 34. But look out front, Ramadipa now into the lead, ahead of Morelli and Beñat Fernandez.
But Brian Iriarte is not letting them go. Look, he's there in fourth place.
He go for it, none of this tap in the rear seat unit, rubbish.
That's right, but he only qualified 15th. He was on the 5th row of the grid. So, you know, if his pace is quicker or than he was running in qualifying, maybe the bike isn't really set up to do this, but he's a bright, wily rider, and he'll make the best of the
big drive up the hill. Mitani goes neck and neck with Ramadipa there. They nearly come to blows out of the final corner. 4 laps to go, Peter. This is where it really changes. They fan and weave across the start and finish straight in towards turn 1. Marco Morelli comes up at the inside there. We got Iriarte looking back from second place. No, in the lead actually now is Iriarte. So there you go. He wasn't letting them get away. He's back in front, in charge, in command here in Rookies Cup Race 2.
Yeah, and think about that one.
And look, there's your man, the 54. He was biding his time, but he's back, ladies and gents. It's Veda Pratama going for the lead here in race 2. He's up to second place. He's been carving his way through as Mitani gets pushed wide by Brian
Iriarte in third place. 4 abreast behind them.
Goodness me, it is Pratama in the lead then from Iriarte. Morelli trying to hang out the outside. He doesn't get the cutback from Iriarte, so he'll have to settle for third at the moment. Not that much quicker than everybody else behind them. They really are just now mucking each other about, really trying to jostle for position. They're not thinking about going as fast as possible. It's about tactics now.
Right, Marco Morelli in third place. Yeah, great position progression, 15th to 3rd for Marco Morelli. Mitani is in 5th place. He's had a similar progression down the hill. Veda Pratama leads.
Morelli dives up the inside of Iriarte again. 2 riders really at the top of the game, but Veda Pratama starting to get away from it, Peter. He's got a couple of bike lengths, quarter of a second ahead of them. Will it last into these last?
Oh my God.
They're down! Morelli and Iriarte, both of them. Goodness me, that's blown the championship wide open again. I'm in shock.
Absolutely, they just both wanted the same bit of...
Run away with it. It's going to be 3 wins from 4. Should he keep it on the road? And Mitani on course for a debut podium in Rookies Cup. Could he be? But it looks like Karpushin is going to try and take it from him as well.
Can Veda Pratama really win 3? Verbally, he's well capable of it.
4 abreast in towards turn 1. Mitani leaves it as late as he possibly can. Ramadipa up the inside. Indonesia could have 2 riders on the podium here today, Peter. It's absolutely all on for it.
And surely the guys behind are going to it's going. It's 1 second he has. Mitani up into second place, ahead of Karpushin.
Well, it's all going to be about those final corners and Beñat Fernandez and David Gonzalez. You can't count them out. They are in for it as well. They would love...
And it's Mitani on the 34 who has the advantage. Karpushin's there in the white helmet in third place. Karpushin goes up the inside, but he can't do it. Mitani comes across. He is surely going to take second place ahead of Mitani. Veda Pratama looks over his shoulder. There's no contest there. He wins it ahead of Mitani and Karpushin.
Once again, this really is a superstar in the making. Ramadipa in 4th position. You're so nearly at a double podium, Indonesia.
That's right, and I think he did, you know, there is the number 13 of points leading. Hakim Danish crosses the line.
Red Bull Rookies Cup Aragon 2025, Veda siap balas dendam, Ramadipa makin dekat ke 3 besar. Aragon, Spanyol, akhir pekan ini akan menjadi momen penting bagi 2 pembalap muda Indonesia di ajang Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Bertempat di sirkuit ikonik Motorland Aragon, seri lanjutan ini jadi peluang emas bagi Veda Ega Pratama untuk bangkit, dan momentum besar bagi Muhammad Kiandra Ramadipa untuk masuk 3 besar klasemen. Veda Ega Pratama, lupakan Sachsenring, saatnya bangkit. Setelah hasil mengecewakan di Sachsenring, di mana Veda gagal meraih poin karena crash saat sedang bertarung di grup depan, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul ini datang ke Aragon dengan semangat baru. Ini kesempatan saya untuk membalikan keadaan. Sachsenring jadi pelajaran berharga. Di Aragon, saya ingin tampil habis-habisan, ujar Veda penuh keyakinan. Veda dikenal sebagai pembalap agresif dengan gaya menyerang yang berani. Trek teknikal Aragon yang memiliki kombinasi tikungan cepat dan teknikal diyakini akan cocok dengan karakternya. Balapan ini bisa jadi momen pembuktian bahwa Veda belum habis, justru sedang bersiap mengejar ketertinggalan. Ramadipa konsisten, target 3 besar makin dekat. Sementara itu, Ramadipa terus menunjukkan performa stabil sepanjang musim Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025. Ia saat ini bertengger di posisi 5 besar klasemen, dan hanya terpaut beberapa poin dari posisi 3 besar. Target saya jelas, naik podium dan masuk 3 besar klasemen. Tapi yang paling penting, tetap tenang dan fokus, ucap Ramadipa. Pembalap asal Jakarta ini dikenal lebih kalem, namun piawai menjaga ritme dan kecepatan di saat krusial. Aragon bisa jadi medan sempurna untuk menyempurnakan konsistensinya menjadi pencapaian besar. Jadwal Red Bull Rookies Cup Aragon 2025. Sabtu, 27 Juli 2025, latihan kualifikasi. Minggu, 28 Juli 2025. Race 1, pukul 16 WIB. Race 2, pukul 18 WIB. Dua talenta muda merah putih kembali berlaga. Veda membawa semangat kebangkitan, Ramadipa membawa ketenangan yang mengancam. Motorland Aragon bisa menjadi titik balik dan tonggak sejarah baru Indonesia di pentas Eropa. Sementara itu, bertempat di sirkuit ikonik Motorland Aragon, seri lanjutan ini jadi peluang emas bagi Veda Ega Pratama untuk bangkit, dan momentum besar bagi Muhammad Kiandra Ramadipa untuk masuk 3 besar klasemen. Veda Ega Pratama, lupakan Sachsenring, saatnya bangkit. Setelah hasil mengecewakan di Sachsenring, di mana Veda gagal meraih poin karena crash saat sedang bertarung di grup depan, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul ini datang ke Aragon dengan semangat baru. Ini kesempatan saya untuk membalikkan keadaan. Sachsenring jadi pelajaran berharga. Di Aragon, saya ingin tampil habis-habisan, ujar Veda penuh keyakinan. Veda dikenal sebagai pembalap agresif dengan gaya menyerang yang berani. Trek teknikal Aragon yang memiliki kombinasi tikungan cepat dan teknikal diyakini akan cocok dengan karakternya. Balapan ini bisa jadi momen pembuktian bahwa Veda belum habis, justru sedang bersiap mengejar ketertinggalan. Ramadipa konsisten, target 3 besar makin dekat. Sementara itu, Ramadipa terus menunjukkan performa stabil sepanjang musim Red Bull Rookies Cup 2025.